The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, this is Saturday's news. Thanks for joining us. On tonight's news, Governor Thabo Yoto calls for a provincial split, National Court extends to Yangon Sausia, and bad weather disrupts sporting competitions. Provincial member for Western Province Thabo Yoto is calling for North Fly District in Western Province to become a province of its own. He said Western Province is too big of a landmass, unlike other provinces, and needs to be split to serve the people better. Western Province is the largest province in the country, covering 1/5 of PNG's landmass at 97,300 square kilometers. Provincial member for Western Province Thabo Yoto emphasized that the province is almost the size of South Korea, with about 2,000 hectares of land difference.
In the last 50 years that we've come through, we have not seen progress. There are so many issues associated with it, but one of it that the people of Western Province believe is that we are too big to be managed, So we want to see if we can come up with a strategy to see if we can be able to better manage our province in our smaller units.
He said the first proposal for a provincial split was made by the province in 1977, however only made the first reading and became unsuccessful. Several years later, a proposal was passed again and went through the first and second reading, but it was unsuccessful.
And because of that interest to create another province within Western Province has been live for the last 50 years. Launching of the 5-year development plan, the Chief Justice of our country asked for us to create a new province. In line with that, we have now, through the LLGs, have done consultations, and we have also done awareness.
He stressed that the province will fight once again in Parliament for a provincial split. He said North Fly is far from South Fly with a huge landmass.
And that awareness and that consultation will come through the DDAs, and it will come to the Provincial Assembly, and our Provincial Assembly, whatever decision we make, will be bringing to the national government so that we can serve our people better. Because Daru is too far from Kiunga. Kiunga is too far from Kiunga. Daru, Tamista Lohia, Miha Logi Molano Daru. Tamista Laha Polantis and Lohia Ultimate Midustinol.
There is a need for more technical colleges to be established in Papua New Guinea. Dr. Cherry Litwiller, Director of Education for IEA, stressed this during the graduation ceremony of the IEA College of TAFE yesterday in Port Moresby. She said this is to ensure students in the country are offered more career paths.
There is a need for technical colleges in PNG and in Port Moresby itself, because many of our students are not able to, either for finances or different reasons, go into the universities. And so it's making sure that we are offering and we are able to get those students that can attend. We have different payment plans. If they can't pay the tuition right away, they can always come and talk to us. So we try to make our programs as feasible as possible so that students can get the qualification, they can get a diploma, they can get a certificate in any of the programs that we offer. If there's not a program that they want, if we don't offer the program that they want, we can always look at that possibility. Same thing with corporate training. So we are trying to ensure, we want to make sure that we are able to offer the courses that our students need and our corporations, and really have those partnerships in the wider PNG and the Port Moresby.
Yanguru Sausia District aims to make history to be the first district to build a national courthouse in the district headquarters. The historic moment was marked through the signing of an agreement on Friday between the National Judiciary Staff Services and the Yanguru Sausia District Development Authority.
The National Judiciary Staff Services and the Yanguru Sausia District Development Authority on Friday, 4th of April, signed an agreement partnering to build a national courthouse in the district headquarters of Yanguru Sausia. The historic signing will make Yanguru Sausia the first district in Papua New Guinea to have a national courthouse with a resident judge to be based in the district.
It will now have the first national courthouse in any district in Papua New Guinea to be built at the Yanguru station. One of the biggest issues we have in PNG is there is no respect for the rule of law. Because people are getting away with crime, petty crime, serious crime.
The district and NJSS agreed to partner and improve judicial services in the area and to expand the services to other districts in the Greater Sepik region, including Maprik, Waseragawi, Ngoram, Ambunti Drekike, and even Lumi and Nuku in Sundown Province.
The Chief Justice has given his assurance. Out of the 3 judges that we have for ECP, 1 will be up there at Yanguru Sausia. Having a permanent presence of a judicial officer, be it a judge or a magistrate, will streamline the whole, especially criminal justice administration process.
The project, including the National Courthouse and houses for the judge, magistrate and other judicial staff, will be delivered at the cost of 10 million kina, counter-funded by the district and NJSS with 5 million kina each.
In having this inclusive approach to developing the capacity of the judicial officers with both the higher court and the lower court within your district, it shows that we will all be working together lockstep to make sure that we deal with the issues on the ground in terms of the case dispensation.
Judicial and magisterial services in districts are incredibly important in Papua New Guinea for several reasons, including access to justice, timely resolution of disputes, cultural sensitivity, and customary law integration, addressing local issues, and encouraging community involvement, reflecting both practical and socio-cultural aspects of the country. Maricela Kelaton, TVWAN News.
Furthermore, the Chief Executive Officer of the Yanguru Sausia DDA, Jeffrey Lenny, and Paramount Chief of the District, Joseph Legimani, welcomed the historic agreement that will see the district host a national courthouse. The CEO says the district is ready to facilitate the work to start building.
So thank you very much, team. I'm ready to facilitate the process so that we can get the project started. Thank you.
We'll take a quick break and be back with news from abroad. Stay with us.
Banking used to mean long trips, endless queues, and piles of paperwork. But now, BSP's One-Talk Wallet means no waits, no forms, no fuss. No BSP account needed. Just dial *131# to access your money wherever, whenever. Send, receive funds, withdraw cash at an ATM without a bank card, pay for school fees, and make top-up purchases safely and securely. BSP's One-Talk Wallet. Money made easy.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, let me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaru, get up a big smile on face. Time cooking chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, na mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
right across the nation. We eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young plan alapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
These two are creeping into your personal space. Why don't we send them packing? Oh, or maybe not.
Bing bang bing, bum bum.
For Simon, life is simple. Dreams seem distant, yet hope remains. One ticket, one dream. Simon's world changed forever. Yes! From small dreams to big possibilities. The One-Top Jackpot is here for everyone. Win big every day.
Raise your bat, and why not? What a stage to turn on the magic.
Oh, balls of beauty. It's definitely need to calm down here.
Thanks for staying with us. Uterine fibroids are a common medical condition among women, yet their cause and full impact remains unknown. The non-cancerous growths can lead to intense pain, heavy periods, and in some cases, infertility.
Painting is a therapeutic outlet for Anne Johnson, a way to process the pain lingering from years of trying to have a child.
It was really an emotional roller coaster, and it really took a toll. I'm going to get all emotional. It was really frustrating because I couldn't get an answer.
She fell pregnant 6 times but never carried a baby to full term. Unaware uterine fibroids and undiagnosed endometriosis were impacting her fertility.
When you don't have hope, it's very depressing that you can't have a child, because I only wanted one. I wasn't being greedy.
Uterine fibroids are non-cancerous tumours forming in and around the muscle layer of the uterus. The growths range from 1 to 20 centimetres in diameter. Many women are asymptomatic, but others experience fertility issues, intense pain and heavy periods.
The medical doctors said, oh, that's just one of those things when you're a woman that you put up with.
The cause remains a mystery.
You might see fibroids that completely take up the whole muscle layer of that uterus, and it's like, why did this happen?
They're considered common, yet the number of women affected remains unclear due to a lack of research. Dr. Hunter believes 1 in 3 women have uterine fibroids.
There is a lot of scope for looking into how and what type of fibroids might be impactful on infertility.
Advocates want more support.
Don't suffer in silence. So if you do think it might not be normal or you are worried, come and see someone. Come and actually reach out for help.
This WA Women's Health and Wellbeing policy commits to improving how conditions like uterine fibroids are treated and diagnosed. The Department of Health says they facilitate ongoing training and educational opportunities in obstetrics and gynecology.
Preserving stories told for millennia has been the key to ensuring the continuation of indigenous culture. In Wingham, WA's northernmost town, giant puppets are being used as a new way to share ancient stories.
An ancient story takes a new shape.
It's a big giant puppet show about the rainbow serpent creating the rivers.
Coloring in the turkey.
Rangers, elders and puppeteers working together to bring local characters to life.
This is a bush turkey. Language name is Panard.
We've made it with just a paper plate and with a fabric from the old dresses.
It's an opportunity for the Rangers to show off the work they do to protect country.
big thing, and it would be good for people to really understand what we've been doing, like when we out everywhere on country, and we just don't want people destroying it before our young ones get older.
The young ones are involved in every stage of the production.
Little dragonfly. There's also some like little sparkles on like some tips of his wings.
Important to our kids, so they can then, when they grow up, they can then tell their own kids too,
The next generation is learning and telling these stories in their own way.
I like the raps to be like that because it feels more authentic. I think it's very important not only for the kids but for the community as well, and then for the community to see the kids bringing this story to life. It really it empowers, if anything, but it also helps to keep the story around for generations.
Puppets helping to preserve country and culture.
A federal judge in the United States has ordered the Trump administration arrange for the return of a Maryland father who was mistakenly deported to El Salvador.
Well, this is the result that Kilma Abrego Garcia's family and supporters had all been hoping for. And you can see just how much this case has really galvanised the community here in Maryland, but also sent a shiver down the spines of so many immigrant communities who fear that they or their relatives could be next. Kilma Abrego Garcia was deported to El Salvador last month after what immigration officials now admit was a mistake. He had come to the United States from El Salvador fleeing gang violence as a teenager. But in 2019, he himself was accused of being part of a gang, something he was never charged or convicted with. In 2019, he was granted a protection order by a judge to prevent him from being deported to El Salvador based on the fear that he could be tortured or persecuted if he was sent back there. But in March, immigration officials did just that. He was sent to this notorious El Salvadoran prison, mega prison that we've seen so much of in recent times on that flight. And the government then claimed that they could do nothing to bring him back. But when the judge today asked a lawyer for the Department of Justice why the United States couldn't bring Abrego Garcia back to the US, the lawyer said that since this case had landed on his desk, he'd been asking his client the same questions and was yet to get any answers. Now, this case is one of so many people who've been swept up in this immigration blitz. And it's not just families and communities who are concerned about these mass deportations. Even Joe Rogan, the popular podcaster, the right-wing commentator Ann Coulter, they've raised questions about the legality and morality of this immigration policy, which does suggest that some cracks may be emerging in Donald Trump's deportation regime.
That wraps up the news segment. We'll return with sports news after the break. Stay tuned.
Banking used to mean long trips, endless queues, and piles of paperwork. But now, BSP's one-talk wallet means no waits, no forms, no fuss. No BSP account needed. Just dial *131# to access your money wherever, whenever. Send, receive funds, withdraw cash at an ATM without a bank card, pay for school fees, and make top-up purchases safely and securely. BSP's one-talk wallet. Money made easy.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG e Mia. Find PNG made.
Life is about making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself Go beyond with Protex.
Rugby league is a powerful force that unites Papua New Guinea and develops our youth. Through partnerships with the PNG LNG Kumals, Grassroots Rugby League and Justin Olam, we aim to instill skills to last a lifetime.
I'm community blue. When it's on you welcome, I'm come up community. You must also community.
When we invest in people, we invest in tomorrow's possibilities.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Welcome back. PNG Hunters live-wire fullback Sani Wabo led the Hunters to a 26-20 win over Manly Seagulls today in the round 5 of the Host Plus Cup competition at the Robina Stadium. Wabo crossed the line once in the first half for a try before returning in the second half, scoring 2 more tries to finish the game with a hat-trick. The other try scores include Solomon Wane and Murray Connors. New Hunters recruit Connors scored his first try in the Host Plus Cup competition, a rewarding try for the hard-working forward who has earned his position in the Hunters starting side this season. The PNG Hunters are continuing their fine form with 2 consecutive wins on the throat. They will take on the Ipswich Jets next weekend in another away game at the North Ipswich Reserve Sports Field, Queensland. Some major sporting competitions in Port Moresby have been cancelled this weekend following the ongoing rain and wet conditions in the last few days. Amongst the sports that are affected are Pepsi Capital Rugby Union and Isuzu T20 Smash National Cricket Tournament.
The Pepsi Capital Rugby Union and Isuzu T20 Smash Men's Cricket to commence their respective competitions today, but with the afternoon bad weathers in the last few days, they have postponed their games for this weekend. The CRU organizing committee advised the players and supporters through WhatsApp messages of the cancellation. While this is the case for Bava Park, where CRU and KCK Rigorized Cup competitions are held, the Amini Cricket Park is also not in good shape. Hence, Cricket PNG, in consultation with the sponsor, Baroka Motors, has postponed the Isuzu T20 Smash Men's Tournament. Originally scheduled to begin on Friday, 4th April, the tournament will now be pushed back to May to ensure players' safety and preserve ground conditions to top-level T20 cricket action. The revised plan will see Isuzu Women's T20 Smash to proceed as scheduled from April 25th to 4th May, followed by the rescheduled Men's T20 Smash from 9th May onwards. A new match schedule and calendar of events will be released for the games. Cricket PNG said the delay is disappointing, but the safety and quality of the playing environment remains a top priority. They are hoping for the friendly weather conditions in the coming days and weeks so they can proceed to stage the women's tournament. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports.
The Penrith Panthers are navigating uncharted waters after losing 4 of their past 5 games in the opening month of the 2025 NRL season. After the defeat to North Queensland Cowboys last night, Panthers coach Ivan Cleary said they have a lot of work to do to turn their season around and labelled their performance un-Penrith-like.
The Panthers show their strength, dominating Cronulla Sharks in the Las Vegas for the competition opener. Since then, they had suffered defeat in the hands of the Roosters, Storm, Rabbitohs and now Cowboys. The 18-22 defeat to the Cowboys last night
raised a lot of concerns for rugby league fans whether the reigning champions have still got what it takes to retain the premiership title for the 5th consecutive year. Panthers coach Ivan Cleary expressed frustration at the post-match media conference, saying his side has failed to capitalise on the moments that mattered. He said there was no flow in the game and some uncharacteristic errors from the boys let the team down.
But it's just sort of clear that we're not, that flow is not there, and some of the errors we're talking about are uncharacteristic, coming from various different players that just usually wouldn't do that. So, yeah, we're in sort of uncharted waters a little bit to some extent. So, we've all lost games and that, but it's clearly just the flow that you'd like. It just isn't quite there. So.
While indicating the Panthers had not been playing best football in a month, Cleary remains optimistic his side can do better as the season progresses. The 4-time reigning champions are expected to fix the game and return to the winner's circle next weekend. The Panthers are playing winless Dolphins on Thursday at the Suncorp Stadium. It is expected to be a strong contest given that the Dolphins are yet to register a win and they will be in for the battle to register their first win of the season at home. Rex Litter, TV1 Sports.
And that ends the sports segment. We'll now have the weather forecast. Regional forecast. Southern. Port Moresby mostly cloudy with rain showers and thunderstorms. Momase, lay fine then becoming cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Banimo, cloudy periods with rain and thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Lorenga, Kokopo and Rabaul mostly cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Highlands region, Mount Hagen, period of clouds with rain and thunderstorms. Menditari and Wabeg, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast. Coral Sea, slight to moderate with east to southeast winds of 10 to 20 knots. Solomon Sea, smooth with east to southeast winds of 5 to 10 knots. Bismarck Sea, smooth with north to southeast winds of 5 to 10 knots. And Pacific Ocean, smooth with northeast winds of 5 to 10 knots. And that ends TV1 News. Thanks for watching. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.